Hello my dear student, I welcome you all to the maths class. So in today's session we will be solving question number 3 from exercise 4.2. Alright, so question number 3 states that give the step you will use to separate the variable and then solve the equation. The question is very much similar to that of question number 1 and 2 which we have done. So basically I would like to say that it is a combination of a 1 and 2, question number 1 and 2. If you have got the clear cut concept about 1 and 2, then you will not face any problem in solving this question number 3. Okay, so first of all we have to separate the variable, that is we have to make the variable alone. In order to do that, you can see there is a -2 sign. You remember question number 1, whenever is a minus sign or a plus sign is there, then we will be respectively adding or addition or subtraction should be done, that is opposite should be done. So what I'm going to do here, I will adding 2 on both side. On both side means on left hand side and right hand side. So 3, why? Because there is a -2, that's why I will be adding +2. Or not only on left hand side, I'll be adding on right hand side also, right? So as why I'm doing this, because to neutralize this, to neutralize or to make variable alone. But in one step you are not going to get this step alone, the variable alone. So here 3n is there, still n is not alone. So in order to again resolve this, what I'll be doing, I'll dividing 3 on both side. I will divide 3 on both side. I'll get 3n by 3 is equal to 48 divided by 3, right? Now this 3 gets deducted, n is equal to, if I divide this 3 and 48, what I'm going to get, 3 1s are 3, 3 6 is 18, so that means 3 16 is 48. So finally you got the 16. So you saw in question number 3 that first of all what we did, -2 was there, so +2 I have added in both the side, which is basically of the which was basically of question number 1, right? And over here I have divided, if there is a 3n multiplied with n, 3 multiplied with m, coefficient multiplied with n, then the number should be divided. Yes, if the number is divided, then you should multiply. So in that form you have to do it, right? Very easy. Okay, now let us have a look with the question number B. So here easily you can see that plus m is there. So let us remove first of all by subtracting 7 on both sides. So I'll write subtracting 7 on both sides, we will get 5m plus 7 minus 7 is equal to 17 minus 7, as because we are subtracting 7 on both sides. Okay, now 5m plus 7 and minus 7 will get resolved, so it will become 0. Ultimately 5m will remain at the left hand side. Now 17 minus 7 is 10. Now you can see here easily that 5 is the coefficient is multiplied with m, the variable, so I have to divide 5 on both the sides. So I will be dividing 5 on both sides. So 2 steps we are following, you can see easily 5m by 5 is equal to 10 by 5. Alright, now next 5 and 5 gets deducted, so m will be remaining there. Now 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, so the value of m will be 2. Easy one. So I hope you people are understanding whatever we are doing. Follow the step, follow the question number 1 and 2 properly, you will be easily solving this. Alright, proceeding to number C. Here you can see the question is 20p divided by 3 is equal to 40. So in order to resolve this, what I'm going to do first is I will be multiplying 3 on both sides. Okay, multiplying, do not get confused, follow the step one by one, you will be there in your goal. Multiplying 3 on both sides, we get 20p by 3 into 3. Why I have multiplied? Because I want to remove this 3. So in order to remove that, I have to multiply with 3. Now next, if I remove this 3, I'll be getting 20p is equal to 40 into 3 is 120. Again, variable is not alone. it is with the coefficient 20, so it is multiplied with p, right? So I will be dividing what I should divide, what number? 20. So dividing 20 on both side. So if I divide this 20 on both side, what I'll get? Just have a look. 120 divided by 20, as we have divided 20 on both sides, so 20 gets removed, cancelled out, only p will be remaining there. So that is why we are cancelling, and that is why we are putting or dividing 20 on both sides. So if I cut this 0 0, 2 1 are 2, 2 6 are 12, so the value of the p will be 6 here. The value of the p will be 6, isn't it? So I hope you have understood this. Now the remaining one, number D, I would request you all to do this as a home assignment. The question is very easy. Follow the step one by one. Okay, proceeding to the next question, question number 4. We will be solving only few sums from this question number 4 today, and in our next session we will be solving the remaining sums. Okay, so the question is, solve the following equation. The question is very much similar to that of the previous number question, right? So here it is 10p, the coefficient is multiplied with the variable. So what we are going to do, we will be dividing 10 on both sides. Okay, if we do so, then what will happen? 10p divided by 10 is equal to 100 divided by 10. Okay, now we can cut this 10. P is equal to, you can easily see here that 10 10 is 100, so the value of p here will be 10. Okay, very simple, very easy one. Similarly, the next one we have, so here the combination of a question number 1 and 2 plus 10 is there, so I will be subtracting 10 on both sides. I will subtract 10 on both sides, so we will get 10p plus 10 minus 10 is equal to 100 minus 10, which results into 10p. This will get neutralized, so it will become 0. So 10p is equal to 100 minus 10 is 90. 100 minus 10 is 90, isn't it? Now if I now in order to solve this, again I'll divide. It is very similar to the question number 1, dividing 10 on both sides. So if I divide 10 on both sides, what we are going to get? We will be getting 10p divided by 10 is equal to 90 divided by 10. The result will be 10 will get cancelled out. P is equal to 10 1s are 10, 10 9s are 90. The value of the p will be 9. Right? Very easy one. Okay, proceeding to the next one, that is number C. I want you all to do this as a home assignment. Very similar. So let's do number D now. Number D we have is minus p divided by 3 is equal to 5. So you can see here that the value 3, the coefficient the coefficient is dividing the variable. So now what I'll be doing, what I should do, I will multiplying 3 on both sides, right? We get minus p divided by 3 into 3 is equal to 5. Now I have already told you that whenever you have such condition, 3 can be deducted. Minus p is equal to 5. So you can see what you already know that the variables should be alone, without any sign, without any coefficient, right? So still in this condition, in this case, variable is not alone. So in order to make that alone, I have to neutralize this, I have to make it alone. So let us multiply minus on both the side. Okay, or simply what you can do is you can shift this minus, you can give this minus to the right hand side, so it will become p is equal to minus 5. Or you can multiply minus on both the side. If you do so, it will become minus p into minus is equal to minus 5. So this minus into minus is plus. We have already learned this about this in integer chapter. So this is the cases, this is the funda. All right, So I hope the concept is clear to everyone. So we will keep here for today. Till number D we have solved from question number 4. In our next class we will proceed with the next sum. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Thank you everyone.